Okay, this is actually a couple of dreams that flowed one into the other um, in the middle of the night. It's now 1:35, and I'm recording memories of the first one. I was in a European city, and Putin was there. He was running things, and he was in and out of meetings. He was in and out of limousines and cars, and there was some kind of prestigious building. And somehow I got involved in. I guess I was in a room, and there were a number of people there were helping to decide which font to use for an official program or some kind of document. And there were like 6 choices, and I liked 10 the best. And I made some comments in the line about choice 10. And then I looked up at the other choices, and somehow my comments in selection 10 got blurred out. And I was trying to figure out how to reestablish that as my top choice. That dream kind of faded away back into sleep. And then um, I ended up at this conference, uh, and there were all kinds of meetings going on between the delegates to this conference, an international conference. And there was discussions about what to do, and it wasn't clear what the issues were. But there were all these people in suits, and some of the people had their jackets off and had their suit jackets over the chairs at the tables they were sitting at, and and I ended up on a series of seats that formed like a dais or an elevated series of seats looking out over the meeting. And I was sitting there with a couple other Americans, and we were discussing something. And next to us over came this young man, kind of with thinning hair in a dark suit. And he said, I think we should get together, meaning us Americans. He was from Canada, and he wanted to get together with us and figure out a trade agreement. It was about trade, apparently. Figure out a trade agreement or some kind of joint position to take in the face of the world and the other people in the world. And that's kind of where that dream faded. It faded into a kind of realization that on the international scene, individual countries were not so important anymore. More important were the special interests, the companies that are multinational corporations, and more important was what they decided, what they wanted to do. The dream kind of trailed off there. So that was the end of it.